there's certain policies that the California CDCR from Sacramento is deciding to implement in the prisons. And then the leaders of the prisons, the wardens, are actually doing whatever they're asked. But you guys that are on the ground and the prisoners,
right,
you feel unsafe. Can you explain to us what was your perspective in all this?
I experienced a unique time in the California Department of Corrections in the year 2020. I'll give you an example. Bravo facility at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility was a level 3 GP, general population yard. We had a captain there that was very incompetent, okay? The warden loved this guy. They used to work together in the past. He kind of made him a friend, and then he put him on that yard. Well, that captain, somehow, some way, got a special transfer for a Mexican mafia member. And I don't know if you're aware of the Mexican mafia, the prison gang, but they don't play around. Right? There's some serious individuals. And it got him specially transported to Donovan, to that yard. And that captain gave that Mexican mafia member full reign to run the yard how he saw fit, the inmate. So the captain took away all the power from the officers, all the power from the sergeants and the lieutenants. So this when I tell you we're in dangerous situations, is that you can observe when something bad's gonna happen. You just know it's not a good idea to let the inmates run the show. And yeah, in August of 2020, there was an attempted murder on 2 peace officers on Bravo Yard. That Mexican mafia member took out a weapon and started stabbing the officers. Stabbed them in the mouth, because I saw his teeth were pushed in. They took the officer's batons, started beating the officer's face, crushed his entire face, took the officer's pepper spray away from him, pepper sprayed the officers with it. There was a lot of inmates, because what the rules for the Southern Hispanic, the Sureño gang members, are that if one Southern Hispanic member gets involved in the incident, they all have to assist per their rules. So you could just imagine how bad that turned fast. At the time, I was the public information officer, so basically I was the right-hand man for the warden and the crisis response team commander, in essence a SWAT team commander. So I was wearing 2 hats, 2 roles that were extremely stressful. And just when I thought that they were going to hold that captain liable for his incompetence, gross negligence, and policy violations, they swept that incident under the rug. They swept it under the rug.
And did you talk to the public? You were a PIO, right?
So I was a PIO. That night, I got a phone call on my state-issued cell phone from the spokesperson of CDCR, the #1 spokesperson. And she said, do not talk to the media. We're going to talk to them. At first, I didn't think anything of it. At first, I was kind of relieved because I arrived on scene. I could see the blood, and we had to transport that Mexican mafia member to Calipatria State Prison, another prison. So I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, all right, cool, I don't have to talk to the news. But then when they swept it under the rug, there was an associate warden that was disgusted what transpired, and he blew the whistle. He blew the whistle via a state email. And like I said, I have all these documents. A lot of people have these documents. And in the email, he stated that as a result of the incompetence and corruption, 2 correctional officers were almost murdered. I mean, it was a miracle they didn't die. So as I was a PIO, the public information officer, that following day, I get another phone call from the spokesperson. And she says, Lieutenant, I need you to type up a letter response to the news media refuting the associate warden's allegations of misconduct at the managerial level here at Dawn. I said, refuting? Why would I refute? And then it dawned on me. Now Sacramento is covering this up. So 5 minutes later, she responds, don't worry about it. Associate director already typed up a response to the public. And it's on Google, you can look it up. It says Sacramento is fully aware of the, Sacramento has full support of the administration at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility. Any allegations that were made by that associate warden are unsubstantiated and not true. And that was 2 days after that email went out. Not even an investigation was conducted.